Hi everyone, my name is Frank and I happen to be the founder of TalkSafetyWithFrank. I'm so excited to be here in Doha, precisely in Qatar, and I'm here with no other person but
Hi, I'm Nisha Shivram. Most of you know me, but those who do not know me, I'm a public speaking coach, a trainer, and I have been residing in Qatar for the last 19 years with my family. And I have been training corporate professionals, entrepreneurs, and students and teach them how they can be a confident public speaker and communicator.
you heard the solid introduction from Miss Nish. So we have a couple of questions to ask her, and I hope that each and every one of you will learn something new today. So if you haven't charged your phone, please look for your chargers. If your laptop is down, then it's your loss. But I mean, we care about you, so we want you to grab these. So the very first question that I'm going to ask our public speaking coaches: why do you think communication is one of the most important leadership skills today?
Okay. Now, who is a leader? Okay, let me first answer that. A leader is someone who influences people, and to influence, you have to talk. And if you do not know how to articulate your ideas and convey your message effectively to the people around you, how would you lead them? That is why communication skill is one of the most important skills that a person should have to become a great leader, other than courage. I always believe that if you have courage, you can be a leader, but if you do not know how to communicate, you cannot lead people.
Fantastic. Question number two to our public speaking coach: what advice will you give someone who lacks confidence?
Thank you, Frank, for that question. But before I answer that, we have to first understand why is this person lacking confidence? Because when we say that somebody is lacking that confidence, it is actually depends a lot on their past experiences as well. So he might have gone through certain experience that made him feel that, okay, I should not be trying this again. So I'll just give you an example. When it comes to public speaking, there are a lot of kids who are always excited at home. And when they go to school, someone tells them, oh, he's over smart. He talks too much. And suddenly this kid starts feeling that, oh, I should not be doing it. And he slowly, goes into that atmosphere where he is, he just tries to hide. He just doesn't want to come up and speak. And slowly he starts losing that confidence. So we have to first understand what is the reason that he's not confident. Are there any past experience? That is one thing. Once we come to know about that root cause, then we can work with that individual to overcome that problem. But in general, if you ask me as a public speaking coach, somebody who lacks confidence, I would always suggest them that don't wait for a moment to be ready. Just go ahead and do it. You will fail. And I tell you that you must fail, because failure is so beautiful, right? So you must fail, but don't worry about it. Just keep on doing it. Take small steps every single day. So if you want to be a good speaker, stand in front of your mirror and start speaking. Then you speak to one person, then make it two, then three. And in that way, you will improve your speaking skills and, your confidence will develop.
On to the next question. What are some communication mistakes professionals should avoid?
I have worked with many professionals. They always think that they know everything about communication, so they don't have to learn it, as in learning properly. One common mistake every professional does is they think that when it comes to communication, it is all about, conveying your message to the other person. So they pay a lot of attention to the kind of technical, complicated words that they use to look very impressive. But what they forget is, and I say this to everybody, that communication is not the key. Comprehension is. So if the other person is not able to understand what you're saying, which means communication has not happened.
Exactly. It means you're just talking, but they don't get it.
Yes. So it's great that I have a huge vocabulary. I can use a lot of complicated words. But if someone sitting in front of me is not have that linguistic skill to understand what I'm saying, then there is no point in using those words. So comprehension for every professional, it is very, very important that when you communicate, you have to make sure that the other person is able to comprehend what you're saying.
Fantastic. Guys, if you're not enjoying this session, then I don't know. It means you have a problem. So please go to the hospital and check up. But anyways, let's go to the next question. Our audience consists largely of safety professionals. Why should every safety professional develop strong communication skills?
I'm not a safety professional, but I have worked with them, and I'm also part of HSE Toastmasters Club, where I have seen some of the brilliant safety professionals with so much of expertise and knowledge. And what I have observed and believe that this is a profession where safety is the most important thing. But as a safety instructor, if you have to instruct your team members, if you have to guide them, or if you have to conduct a workshop on how to extinguish fire or how to save lives, how can you do that if you cannot put it across properly? Let me give you a simple example. So as a team leader, as a safety team leader, you come to the office and you have the very first meeting wherein you are instructing your team members that how to use some safety equipment while climbing a ladder or climbing a building, and you are not able to guide them properly, communicate those points properly, you have no idea how dangerous it is going to be for those team members, because they are going to put their lives there. It's their safety first, isn't it? So it is very, very important for a safety professional, no matter at what level are you working, be it a normal safety professional or at a higher level. It is very, very important for a safety professional to have good I'm not saying great, good communication skills.
Now we are going to the next question. Have you seen examples where poor communication resulted in workplace failures?
Yes, I have. As a professional myself, I have worked here in the recruitment industry now. Recruitment, it's all about communication. So recruitment industry for more than 5 years. And what I have seen is, and we were into the written communication more than, speaking. So what I have seen, yes, especially to your seniors, when you say something, it is not just about the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Exactly.
It is also about the non-verbal communication that you're not paying attention to. So even with your colleagues, and I'll give you a very small, funny example. Somebody comes and says that, oh, you know what? I got promotion now. Now this gentleman is very happy because he got his promotion. You are not happy about it because you were supposed to get it. And you say, okay, congratulations. Now you're saying congratulations, but your face is giving out another message. So the entire thing changes now. The entire relationship, your relationship with that colleague changes. And it just not between colleagues, even between a subordinate and a superior. If you do not put across your ideas in, as we say that in your office communication or corporate communication should always be concise and clear, to the point, specific. If it is not, then they will misunderstand you. You will be misguided, and there will be a lot of problems that will not ultimately, not only hamper your relationships, but it will also affect the organizational goals. So this was just a small example that I give. I have a list of things, the list of failures that have happened only because of miscommunication.
Yeah. So I just want to ask you this question, like out of the box. Many companies do promote equality, diversity, and inclusion.
Yes.
Let's say Frank is now from Cameroon, and we have French and English. Maybe in my team, if I have a Chinese person and you are the leader, so how do you actually manage this kind of situation where you communicate across so that I will understand, and maybe my teammate from another country will understand as well?
Okay. Now, this is where we teach something called the cultural barriers. And there will always be cultural barriers when it comes to communication, because something that looks good in my culture may not sound good in yours.
Yes.
And that is not just about words, as I said, that the non-verbal communication. So we have to be very, very careful when it comes to different nationalities, because some gestures that I do may not look good in your culture. So even if my intention is good, the way I'm putting it with my hands movements, with my facial expressions, with my words, I have to be very, very careful when I'm dealing with different nationality. So that is the first thing that I'm going to understand if I have a team with different people coming from different cultures. So I have to go and first learn myself that what should I say that will not offend this person, whether it is verbally or non-verbally. So that is how I, as a person, is going to manage the team.
Wait, let's dive back to Toastmasters. They're doing a fantastic job. So if you are not a Toastmaster member, then Miss Nish is going to tell you a lot about them. So moving on to the next question. What can someone expect when they attend their first Toastmasters meeting?
Okay, that's a good question. And we have a lot of Toastmasters clubs here, probably around 150 clubs in Qatar. Wow. And those of who are not aware of Toastmasters International, it's a non-profit organization that helps individuals improve their speaking and leadership skills. And we celebrated almost 100 years of Toastmasters in existence. So when you come to a Toastmasters club as a guest, there are a lot of things that you can expect. One is the warmth and friendliness of the members. You can see that there's a lot of camaraderie happening in the club. Other than that, you will see a structured format. So in every Toastmasters meeting, there is a structure that we follow. So we have a club president who opens the meeting. Then we have certain role players in the meeting who tracks your grammar. You track somebody who tracks your filler words, somebody who listens to everything, then tests your listening skills by asking questions at the end. Then we have members who will be presenting their speeches, so they come prepared. So all these members who present their speeches, they present it for 5 to 7 minutes. Then there will be evaluators who evaluate these speeches and give them feedback. And then there is an exciting session. I call it exciting, but most of the members, they just hesitate to be there in this session, which is known as the table topics, wherein a topic is given to you and you have to speak for at least 2.5 minutes. So as a guest, you can enjoy the meeting. And if you're really keen to come forward and speak, you get an opportunity to speak during the table topic session. But it is not mandatory. The presenter would ask you that if you're ready to speak. And if you want to share your ideas, you can come and do that. So this is what happens in a meeting. So this is what you should expect. So just come and enjoy.
Thank you so much. So how can someone become a member?
Yeah. So once you attend a club meeting as a guest and you feel that, okay, this club is good for me, you can always contact the vice president membership and ask them to enroll you as a member. So they will send you the membership form and then you fill the form, pay your fee and become a member. And once you become a member, there is something called Base Camp in Toastmasters International, which is an online program, learning platform, where you can go and select your own course. So based on your profession, based on your interest and passion, there are different, we call it pathways. So you can select your own pathway and start doing your projects. So once you become a member, a mentor is assigned to you. So this mentor is there to help you and guide you on what to do, which project, how can you prepare a project, how can you present it better. So it's basically your guide. So this is what happens when you become a member.
Very good. Thank you so much, Ms. Nish. I think you've given us more than enough. But before you go, we have one more question for you. So as you leave our audience, what piece of advice about leadership and communication can you give them?
For ages, we have been hearing and learning that communication is all about words. And this is my advice to everybody who wants to learn the skill, is to pay more attention to the non-verbal side of it. Yeah. Because your body speaks and you have no idea what message is it conveying to the person who's looking at you. And please remember this, people believe what they see more than what they hear. So that is the first advice regards to communication. When it comes to leadership, a leader should learn to see himself in others.
Zach?
So as a safety leader, if I see myself in you, I know I will understand that, okay, so this person is going through the same problem and I should guide him.
Yeah.
So leader is never above somebody, never below, is amongst people. So this is one quality that a leader should have.
Thank you so much, Ms. Nish, for that. I think we have exhausted all the questions we have. So if you really love listening to her and you want to learn more from her, do let us know, and we are going to be sharing her handle so you can follow her on LinkedIn, and she's going to give you all the support you need. At the same time, we want to really thank you for your time and the energy you've spent. We hope to see you more often, and we'll be coming to Qatar more often as well to collaborate with you. So thank you guys for listening to us, and stay tuned to the next edition of What We Have.
Thank you so much. It was my pleasure, and I really enjoyed this session. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.